The new media project I chose was Sophia Learning, located at sophia.org. Sophia is an online platform that allows teachers to create tutorials for view by students, or for students to create tutorials to be viewed by teachers and other students. Sophia is a really great platform for use by anyone, really. Before we actually take a look at Sophia online, I want to talk a little bit about what I perceive as the strengths and weaknesses to the program. So let's first take a look at the strengths. Sophia is pretty versatile in its platform. It allows for both students and teachers and really the world to use the program. Once you create tutorials, that's what Sophia calls their lesson formats, you can add a number of different types of content: PDF, video, text, PowerPoint, HTML. Screencasting can be done straight from Sophia and uploaded to the platform, so it really does provide a great media for adding content for users. It also provides an assessment element, and you're going to see that here in just a few minutes, but it allows students to interact with your content, or teachers to interact with professional development content by creating a quiz. And then you're also going to see there's a discussion element as well, so it basically has its own built-in discussion board. So some pretty great opportunities are available, as you're going to see with Sophia. Some of the weaknesses, and really these are very limited, are some student concerns and also teacher concerns. Some of the student concerns would be you do have to create an account if you are going to use the group component, which we're going to see about here in just a few minutes. But sometimes parents don't want their students to have online accounts, and so I would recommend you definitely want to get parental permission if you're going to have students are going to be accessing the content at home, like in a flipped classroom model. That's something that could be a concern, and that's a concern anyway for a flipped classroom. And then some of the teacher concerns, it does require a little bit of training. However, the Sophia itself has tutorials that are there for training, so I would say that teacher concerns are definitely a minimal. So in my opinion, the strengths definitely outweigh the weaknesses, and so now we're going to take a look at what Sophia has to offer.
This is the Sophia homepage located at sophia.org. Sophia requires students and teachers to set up an account, but it's completely free. This screen is the homepage once you sign in. Once teachers set up an account, they can create groups where they can invite students to join. We will be discussing groups later, so let's create a simple tutorial to walk you through the process. Choose Create New Tutorial. Sophia does an incredible job of making it easy for the user. All the steps have clear instructions. We'll give our tutorial the name Test Tutorial. We'll leave the image as default to save time. However, I do recommend choosing a unique image for your own tutorial. You'll also want to choose the subject area that the tutorial relates to. You can choose as many as you would like. We'll choose this one and click Create. So this is the screen where you can begin creating content and editing information. When we click Add More Information, this takes us to a page where we can create objectives and provide a summary of the lesson. I'll just post this in order to save time. In this section, you choose how you would like the Sophia world to interact with your content. Here you can edit the related fields of study, and you can also add related courses, school information, and even information about textbook resources and educational level. We'll leave all these blank for sake of time. Okay, to add content, you will click the Insert button, which brings up a menu of options. As you can see, you can add a number of options to your tutorial. We're going to keep it simple by just adding a PowerPoint and a video for this tutorial. As you can see, the process is simple. You simply give it a title, and you can choose the file from your computer or actually share one from SlideShare or AuthorStream URL. We will then add the video. Notice here that you can either insert the content prior to your previous material or after. Remember, you are creating an online lesson plan, so the order you want your students to access the information should match to the order of the content on the tutorial. When inserting a video, you can either upload a video from your computer or you can select a YouTube or Vimeo link. We're going to link to a YouTube video previously selected. All you have to do is copy the URL and paste it into the correct location. Cite your source and click Save. To finish out the tutorial, I recommend adding a quiz located in the top right-hand corner of the screen. To save you time, you will have to access this part on your own. The directions are easy to follow. You will create a minimum of 4 questions related to your content, and then students can interact with your tutorial, allowing you to gain valuable feedback about their progress. Once you are ready to publish your tutorial, you will click the publishing options located at the top of the screen. You have 3 options. Unpublished allows you to keep your tutorial private until you have completed the product. Published to the world means exactly that. Everyone can view it. And published to an existing group allows only individuals in your group to view the tutorial. Once you click Save, the tutorial is available.
Okay, now I want to show you what you can do with the group function on tutorial. On Sophia. This is a pretty important tool here that's really useful for student groups or even professional development groups, maybe all the teachers in a school or all the teachers in a district if you're wanting to use Sophia as a professional development tool. So I'm going to show you how you create a group, and in the process I'll talk about what's the purpose in a group. So you just do create new again. You can see it's pretty simple. And of course, Sophia walks you through the process, so we'll just type in a test group 2. And then there's a description. You could put your description there, maybe your specific class or subject or professional development group, whatever goes there. And then, of course, you can add an image. It's always optional. You can add your school. I highly recommend that for K-12 or university or even professional development. So any one of those, just add your school as an option. And of course your grade level. One of the things that Sophia allows in your groups is you can choose the option to allow your users to add content instead of just viewing the content. So let's say, for example, you wanted to create a group for all the teachers who teach science in your school, and you wanted to give them, or you yourself as a science teacher wanted to give all the other teachers the ability to add their own content. That would be a great way to share resources, and so you would want to obviously allow them to add their own content. You could also do this with a classroom. Say you wanted to have students make their own tutorials as an assignment, then you would allow them to add the content to your particular group, and that would be a great way, to give them an assessment of a topic or just some practice. So we're just going to click Create. You can see here, this is the group page. This is what the creator of the group sees. And you can see up here in the right-hand corner, there is a group invite code. You must have the group invite code in order to join a group. So once the group is created, you need to send this invite code out to the people that you want to join the group, classroom of students or teachers or whatnot, and so they have to have this individualized group code. But once they have that, you'll be able to join the group and they would have access to all the content. Of course, the content that you're adding is the tutorials that either you have created or that you find on Sophia. Those that are made public are accessible to the world, so you can actually add content. You can see here some of the recently viewed content here that you could just choose. So you just choose the tutorials that you've created, and then your group has access to it. You can also see over here on the right hand side there's a comment wall, so there's a discussion board along with the group, and so you can add comments, your group members can add comments, and also announcements. So there's a whole discussion component there, and a group. So that's what it looks like from the actual owner view, from a user view. I'll show you one of my groups. So I'm going to click on groups here. This is my middle school's Sophia group. And I'm not the owner, so this is what the view looks like. You can see where all of these people have added, different teachers in my school have added certain content. So we all have access to their particular tutorials that they've used. Also, you can see here what the group wall looks like, the actual discussion board looks like. So that's kind of how you view the groups and the purpose in the group. So hopefully you get a better understanding of how that all works. And all of this is accessible from your home page once you log in to Sophia, right here with the quick links. Let me show you one more thing about how to create a playlist and what that is used for in Sophia. So I'm going to click Create New Playlist, and here again you see you can give your playlist a name and of course the description, and you even have the option to allow students to view their quiz points as they actually go through the tutorials that are in the playlist. And of course upload your image. So I'm just going to give it a test name and click Create just so you can see real quick. Basically what a playlist is it is a location for you to add several tutorials into one space on Sophia. So let's say, for example, you wanted to give put a group of lessons together about force and motion in your science class. So you want to add, something about Newton's laws of motion and Sophia, and add those into one playlist and give your students the access to that specific tutorial or specific playlist, and then they can view all the tutorials in one location. So you would add time purposes, and then you can everybody can see it, or to an existing group, or obviously unpub for your group or the world to see it. So I'm going to click cancel just to bring us back to the page. But once you create your playlist, they're made available on your wall, and they're also available for in the search part of Sophia. So hopefully that gives you a better understanding of what the playlist is used for. Many teachers use Sophia to flip their classrooms. If you've never heard of what a flipped classroom is, Flipped classrooms were made famous by Bergman and Sams, a couple of high school science teachers in 2012. Basically what they did is they took all of their lesson material and they created videos. And they allowed their students to watch the videos, or required their students to watch the videos at home, and giving them the opportunity to watch new material at their own pace. And then they allow for the kids to do their homework at school, which gave the students more time to interact with the teacher while they were in the classroom. So that's kind of where the whole flip model comes from. And now flipped is not just used in the classroom, it's also used for professional development. So hopefully you have a pretty good overview of what Sophia.org is all about. I look forward to hearing your questions now, and hopefully you'll log on and join Sophia.